the standing ovation which this club gives to all icebreaker speakers. I have not seen this in any part of the world. Wherever I have gone, I have not seen people standing up and saying, you have done very well, and the entire crowd giving a standing ovation. Big kudos to this chapter, and I think I will start adopting this in whichever club I go to in future. Beautiful message to everybody. What I'm here for today is to share my experience and what Toastmasters can actually do for you in your real life, in your professional life, and of course wherever you wish to lead your life happily, comfortably. Now the first one which I've written is regular. Now all of you must be very clear about this word. If you wish to be something in life, you need to be regular in whatever you do. If in case you're a dancer, and you think that you're a professional dancer after learning all the basics from your teachers, and you go on stage and you get the first applause from everyone, after that if you wish to continue, you need to be regular. You need to practice. You need to come up on stage time and again. There's a lot to learn in this life, and if you don't do it, I don't think you'll ever be successful. For me, in the 12 years of Toastmasters career, I have never missed a Toastmasters meeting in the club to which I belong, except when I'm traveling. And when I travel, I make it a point to attend some or the other Toastmasters club in that particular place. I don't think any Toastmasters club will prevent you from attending the chapter meetings. If in case you're traveling, please find a Toastmasters club in that vicinity. Kindly walk in, introduce yourself, and enjoy the meeting. Because the fourth one which I've written here is what you learn the most in Toastmasters International. It's not about speaking. It's not about communicating. It's about listening. It's about watching. And once you listen and watch, you learn. If I may take the fourth speaker today, who spoke a lot about himself and his father together, a conversational style speech. In the normal world, when you speak in front of an audience, I don't think that's accepted too much. But in public speaking, drama is a part. And in case you don't bring drama in front of an audience, I don't think they'll accept you. They wish to listen to stories and stories and stories. And that you can do only by listening and only by watching, and after that going back home and rehearsing your part. So it's not speaking, it is really listening and watching. The fifth one is again a very important thing which I learned. I thought communication is all about speaking. It's all about making a point. It's all about telling people this is what you need and get it from them. I forgot that Toastmasters is also about something which teaches you when not to speak. Very important. If in case 2 people or 10 people are together and somebody is speaking, give them ample time to speak. Because every word they speak, if you listen carefully, you are the winner in this world. You don't need to argue. You don't need to think of a lot of points to become a winner. You can pick it up from that person. Because no one in this world is perfect. I'll go back to your speech today. If you think about a cricketer, I don't think there's ever a cricketer who has bowled 6 balls on a trot in the same place every time. So if you're a batsman with patience, you play 5 balls and the 6th ball is definitely a gift to you and you will get your runs. So imagine this part. When somebody is speaking, when somebody is in front and wants to convey their thoughts, listen to them. Listen to them in full. And this is an art. What I also learned is a very, very important part in life. Criticism. Taking back criticism is not a human endeavor. If somebody comes and tells you, you did an icebreaker speech today, you are not supposed to speak about bodybuilding. You are supposed to introduce yourself. Why did you speak about bodybuilding? What would have happened if the evaluator had told you today, I don't think in an icebreaker speech you should have a title? How would you have felt? I think this is again the first time I have seen a title being given to an icebreaker speech. I was amazed. Because every chapter, every club introduces the person saying, you're speaking for the first time, it's your icebreaker, you're conveying your thoughts, so please come in front and enjoy. But giving a title, and that too some number, if your evaluator had told you that's not the way, how would you feel? So human endeavor is not to take criticism so lightly, but Toastmasters teaches you to take criticism very well. And this is something I adopted to myself in my professional life. I had a boss between 2000 and 2007 in ABN AMRO. He was not of an Indian nationality. He was a Pakistani nationality, and the only Pakistani till now I have seen who is a true professional, a person who never forgets numbers, and a person who never forgets your face. The moment he sees you, he will remember you all through your life, but then he will not remember your name. The person, when he tells you something, he'll come in front of you and tell you, this is what I need. This is what I need to express to my authorities. Can you please draft something and give it to me? You draft it in the way he wishes to have it. He takes it and after 5 minutes, he tears the paper. How will you feel when you have taken an hour, 2 hours of writing skills, the best you have in this world, you have drafted something and given it to him on a silver platter because that is what he wanted from you, and then he tears that paper in front of you. Slowly I understood. That's his nature. The nature is that every 5 minutes, his way of thinking changes. He sits in front of you and says, this is what I wish to convey, but then after 5 minutes when he's sitting alone, he changes his way of thinking, and then he tears the paper, comes back to you and tells you, no, I think I've changed my mind, can you please draft this in a different way? Now once you understand this part, then you're the winner. Slowly, surely, I went into an aspect of him sitting in his cabin and telling me, hey, I need this. Finished. He never tore that paper again. It took me a year to get back to what I wanted to be. But then I got convinced. Toastmasters taught me to take criticism in a very, very sporty way. What happened there? And once you start taking this, what happens is you are the winner. Because he has 5 different ways of communicating to people. You are the master in all the 5 different ways. Because he didn't write it, you wrote it. Obama comes in front of you and speaks a flowery tale, a beautiful speech. Who writes it? I don't think he ever writes a speech. It's somebody who is a speech writer behind him. A person who is unknown in this world writes a speech, gives it to him, and he stands in front of you and tells you what you wish to hear. Imagine what you wish to hear is a very important skill. If I come in front of you today and instead of speaking what I've learned in Toastmasters, if I start speaking about you about a boring subject, you will start walking away. You are here to understand what's Toastmasters and how you can benefit from it. So, getting to the audience is not so easy. So learn this, please. Listening, watching, and taking criticism in your stride. I'm very happy with you again because you spoke about comfort zone. If you have to come up in life, let go of your comfort zone. My comfort zone was credit cards, plastic money, because my life started as a fraud investigator. And I've always been investigating frauds. Suddenly one day in the year 2001, I realized I can be a fraud investigator and I can also be something else. Why should I stick to only this part? I started studying. At 2001, if you look at it, I was almost nearing 40. Nobody tells you in this world that you can stop studying at a certain stage. You can study until you die. And then I realized, this is my way of life. I let go of my comfort zone. But that keeps coming back. Even though you are somebody who wants to go away from your comfort zone, that area keeps coming back. Credit cards, fraud, everything keeps coming back to me in banking. But then what do? I have a lot of disciples now who have learned what I learned in the 30 years of my life. Now what I do when those things come in, I pass it on to them. Only the decision comes to me. But then I go up the ladder in the way I wish to go. So you have yourself up the ladder. And then you have a lot of people from your own area who are also climbing up the ladder. This is my philosophy in life. When you are born, where do you come from? From somewhere there. He chooses where you wish to be, which womb you need to be. But then you eventually come from there. Where do you go back? It's there. We don't know where, but it's there. Am I right? So, start climbing the ladder of success. Create your own people below you. As and how you climb the ladder of success, every step you go, create somebody who can take away your place. And I'm telling you, this is the real mantra of life. The moment you start climbing the ladder of success and you keep your disciples below you and you keep somebody whom you start encouraging in life, then there is no place for you to come down. The only place for you is to go up. And you reach and reach and reach a stage where he can simply put his hand out and say, come my dear, you have finished your journey. rather than you're going from this place to there, all over. So create those steps in your ladder, and that's the last point which I've given there. Give. As much as you give, you get. Please make sure that you give many things to life, many things to people, and if you have it in you, please start thinking about others.